Back in Frisco, Texas today, the place to be in all of DFW and home of some of the craziest projects that are underway. Whether it's the PGA headquarters of America, Universal Studios, or even the Dallas Cowboys headquarters that's been here a few years. And maybe you consider what it must really be like living in the city that so many people have raved about the last 2 decades. But before making that move, you must know the pros and cons of Frisco, Texas. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Mike Harrison, your local realtor here in North Texas, and I've helped many clients buy and sell all over North Texas. If you want to know what it's like to work, live, and play in the Dallas Metroplex, go ahead and hit subscribe, support the channel, and stay tuned for videos every Sunday and Thursday. Before diving into the advantages of living in Frisco, let's go and dive into a quick overview of this great suburb. FriscoTexas.gov shared that Frisco is home to approximately 227,000 people. That's nearly a 3,000% population increase over the last 30 years. Frisco is located about 25 minutes north of Dallas, and it's become one of the major hotspots for families relocating from all around the country the last 2 decades. To me, it feels like Frisco offers one of the best locations within DFW, as it is within 30 minutes to an hour of suburbs that host many major events throughout the year, including being 40 minutes from Arlington that hosts the AT&T Stadium for Dallas Cowboys games and many major concerts throughout the year, Globe Life Field for Texas Ranger games, and Six Flags in Hurricane Harbor. I mentioned earlier you are 25 minutes from downtown Dallas for many networking events, American Airlines Center that is home to Dallas Mavericks and Dallas Stars games, and many other major events throughout the year, and you're about 45 minutes away from Fort Worth that hosts the Stockyards and is actually the city that saw the highest population increase in the country year over year in 2022. Now that we've covered a quick overview, let's go ahead and talk about the main pros of living in Frisco, Texas. For pro number 1, we're going to talk about the sense of community and diversity throughout Frisco. Just to get it started, here are a few of the most notable awards that the city has earned over the past 2 decades. Wallet Hub ranked it the #1 best place to buy a house in America. It's earned the #1 best place to live in America award numerous times. It's been ranked in the top 25 best places in the U.S. for first-time home buyers. It's been ranked the #1 best place to live in Texas, the #2 best place to raise a family in Texas, and the top 10 safest city in America. And just when we thought Frisco had already expanded enough, the city has decided to take its communities to the next level. Yes, we're talking about the Fields of Frisco, the $10 billion project, the 15-minute city bringing a connected lifestyle that includes quality housing, unique retail experiences, and ready access to the outdoors. This is a master plan community that's 2,500 acres. This area will be in both Collin and Denton counties, and quoting the Fields of Frisco website, Fields is more than a state-of-the-art development. It's a 15-minute city where commercial ventures and intellectual pursuits are interconnected with nature and culture, where your car might never leave your garage, where residents and employees can walk or bike to wherever their heart leads, parks, cafes, shopping, gym, spa, work, or wherever their heart leads them. This mode of community building is actually a time-tested idea. With its bold new focus on community, connections, and work, Field redefines what it means to experience a life well lived. And then you have Fields West, which is basically a bigger version of Legacy West over there in Plano, and this is going to be a 180-acre urban village. This includes 425,000 square feet of retail, restaurant, and entertainment space, 4.2 million square feet of office space, 2,000 urban living residences, and 375 hotel rooms planned by Ritz-Carlton and Marriott. And listen, whoever designed the Fields of Frisco website could sell a music video to MTV or might even do better than most of us selling some real estate. I'm talking about the wordsmith here has some elite verbiage. They had me so intrigued while I was researching this project. Take a quick look and see what I'm talking about. Stating the Fields of Frisco is promising experience, claiming where the future is the best present, where second nature comes first, where groundbreaking is life-changing, where cars matter less and people matter more, where life is lived out loud and outside, where the outdoors keep going and going. The talented wordsmith also stated, where Mike's corny joke meets you hitting the subscribe button. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. The Dallas Business Journal quoted the developer for this project, stating that Fields West is going to be a lot like Legacy West in Plano, only bigger. And going back to diversity, as you might imagine, since this area is one of the most hyped up areas in Dallas, you can anticipate seeing folks from all walks of life living over here. You can expect to experience some Southern hospitality, where most folks use their manners like saying please and thank you. And then also you can expect many community events on weekends in the neighborhoods with HOAs. And like I've mentioned before, most of the communities here are safe and have neighborhood pools, parks, and there are sports facilities all over Frisco. On to our next point, that's going to be the great shopping and dining experience in Frisco. You've probably heard me say this in Frisco videos in the past. As far as options to choose from, I'd say that Frisco ranks at the top of DFW for shopping and dining. Most people would point towards the Stonebriar Mall, where you're bound to have a great shopping experience and perhaps regret even stepping inside this place because you can spend thousands in a quick half hour here. And fellas, if your girl's going alone, good luck. Stonebriar has over 1.7 million square feet of retail space and approximately 200 retail stores to choose from. Right in this area off 121 and 289 are plenty of other shopping options to choose from as well. For dining options, this is more like a take-your-pick type area in Frisco. There are many diverse options, but if you want to check out the full Texas barbecue experience, check out Hutchins Barbecue. Definitely worth the hype. Another very popular shopping and dining area is the Star District. This area is only a couple years old, but it's certainly caught a lot of attention recently. This hosts casual restaurants or world-class cuisine. This family-friendly area is where the Cowboys headquarters are and where they practice. They have Mi Cocina, Sushi Marquee, Pete's Piano Bar, Concrete Cowboy, and around 20 other restaurants with more incoming. And you may have seen it in the news, but Universal Studios has also announced a major project coming right this way to Frisco. On to our third pro of Frisco, and that's going to be the highly reputable school district here. According to PublicSchoolReview.com, Frisco ISD is ranked in the top 5% overall in Texas in math proficiency, reading and language arts proficiency, and graduation rates, and then top 1% in diversity and student body. Niche.com has ranked Frisco ISD as the number 7 best school district in Texas and the largest school district in North Texas to receive an A rating by the Texas Education Agency. And these ratings are based on student performance on state standardized tests, graduation rates, and college, career, and military readiness outcomes. FriscoISD.org shows as of January 2023, there are 12 high schools supporting 22,000 students, 17 middle schools supporting 16,000 students, 43 elementary schools supporting 29,000 students, with a total of more than 67,000 students in the school district. There are 8,800 district employees, 4,700 teachers with an average teacher experience of 10 years, and their students had an average ACT score of 25.4 and an average SAT score of 1150. There are smaller classroom sizes with a 14-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. And you've heard me say this before in previous videos. This is crazy to me because I remember growing up in the 2000s and Frisco had like maybe 1 or 2 high schools. Check out FriscoISD.org for more info. On to our fourth pro, that's going to be Frisco's strong local economy. Be within 30 minutes of Frisco and you'll be set up to take advantage of Frisco's strong economy, whether you're living in Melissa, Anna, Van Alstyne, Salina, or Prosper. Wallet Hub ranked Frisco number 1 in employment growth among U.S. mid-sized cities in 2019 and 2020, although like we said, Frisco isn't really mid-sized anymore. It was also ranked the number 1 most successful city in America from Zipia.com in 2016. FriscoTexas.gov stated there's a 130,000 median household income, there's a 5% unemployment rate, a poverty rate of just 2.5%, there are 58,139 single-family homes, 24,173 multifamily units, and 65% of the homes here are owner-occupied, with 35% of the homes being renter-occupied. 42% of the residents work from home, and of the residents that do commute to work, there's an average commute of just 26 minutes. There's a strong entrepreneurship network here, and there has been a consistent 11% appreciation on home values in Collin County. Now to our last pro of Frisco today, that's going to be Frisco's sports scene. Started with the PGA headquarters of America, including the brand new PGA of America headquarters. You also have the Frisco Athletic Center. This is an award-winning family-focused fitness center that's located on Preston Road and Wade Boulevard. It offers more than 100,000 square feet of indoor wellness and more than 350,000 gallons of water, so there's plenty of ways to exercise in this facility, whether you're doing resistance training, cardio, or swimming. Next is the Frisco Fieldhouse that's located on Sports Village Road. This is primarily for us basketball, football, volleyball, or soccer fans out there. This is a 144,000 square foot with 12 full-size hardwood basketball and volleyball courts, indoor soccer and football turf, and approximately 13,200 square feet of retail space with a food court, on-site trainer, and corporate conference rooms. I've coached some basketball games over here and my kids have played in this facility many times. There's always a lot of competition going on over here. And this segment could technically go under the entertainment category, but there are actually several professional sports teams located within Frisco. You have the Texas Legends, which is an NBA D-League feeder to the Dallas Mavericks. You have FC Dallas, the Frisco Rough Riders, and the Frisco Fighters. As you might imagine, a city that's this hyped up and sought after has more pros than what I shared today. I mainly just wanted to hit the high notes today, but no city's perfect, so let's go ahead and address some of the cons of Frisco. With everything I mentioned in the pros, you really shouldn't anticipate that this is a cheap area to live. You are paying a premium for the real estate here. In 2023, Frisco sold 2,360 single-family homes, ranging from a low of 247,500 to a high of 5.745 million. There's a median home value of approximately 670,000 according to Zillow, and the lowest square footage of a home that sold in Frisco was 676 square feet, and the highest was 9,556 square feet. Supply is low and demand is still very high. And like we mentioned earlier, with all the new construction homes going over at Fields of Frisco, along with the other communities, you can anticipate that the home values are going to continue being driven up. It doesn't take many Google searches to see that whoever's owned homes in Frisco dating back to the early 2000s has seen a huge payday lately. I'll talk about this in many North Texas videos, and there's really no escaping it, and that's going to be the inconsistent weather we have here. You can mow your yard with a shirt off and shorts one day during January and February, but the next day it's so cold you have to run your kitchen faucet all night to ensure your pipes don't freeze. In March through May, you have great sunshine weather, but you can also experience major rain, thunderstorms, hail, and wind during this time too. It's a very inconsistent season. Then temperatures in June, July, to August can vary anywhere from 90 all the way up to 110 degrees. September through December is more of what you can expect your typical fall season to look like. We aren't escaping this living in Frisco. In fact, I'd say because so much of Frisco is surrounded by highways, you're going to have to be even more careful with the weather as you commute or get around town. For a third con of living in Frisco, you might already assume this because of the numbers you've seen in terms of population, but the traffic here is horrible. Frisco grew from a town of 7,000 people to over 200,000 in just 2 decades. And much like we're experiencing in Sherman, Texas, where I live, the infrastructure for Frisco wasn't fully developed to support the population growth. Road conditions are pretty good in Frisco. You don't have many potholes, dips, or gravel roads, but the 2 main highways are tollways. You have 121, which is also called Sam Rayburn Tollway, and the Dallas North Tollway. These are covered in traffic pretty often, so when you're going to Dallas, you're going to want to take the Dallas North Tollway from Frisco, and it can rack up tolls pretty quickly. And by the way, I know there's some of you out there that are really frugal with these toll fees. Some of y'all are over here exiting off the highway so you can skip the tolls. Hey, look, I ain't got time for that. We got places to be. The schools get backed up, and you'll see plenty of traffic jams between 2 and 4 p.m. So my recommendation, if you're commuting to and from work, try and see if you can work a 7 to 3 schedule or a 6 to 2 instead of the typical 8 to 5. So guys, this is going to close us out on the pros and cons of living in Frisco, Texas. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Do me a favor, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. And lastly, if you want to know what another great North Texas suburb is like, check out this video by clicking here.